No, really, no changes. So we still have Max, Ruben, and Daniel out. So we don't count these guys for the game. So we try to do what we have in our hands to help them to recover. But I think it will be hard to have these guys in the game. But let's see.
Are they close? I mean, there was talk that there was potential of Ruben Neves being available for this weekend.
But he training yesterday. Today he didn't train. So I think it will be hard after 6 weeks to be ready to play 90 minutes as a midfielder and the talent and the quality he gives to us. So I don't know. Let's see what happened. But in this moment, it's hard to Ruben to return to the team.
Is it a difficult choice as a manager? Because, as you say, for somebody so talented as him, you want him in your side, but you don't want to rush him back as well.
Yeah, that's both of that's the question. Both sides, we can think about. We need to think about about that. But look, the main point is that to try to find the best strategy for the game, and in the end to try to pick the best players we have in front of us. So. But for me, it's a little bit of frustration because I think, especially since February, when everyone comes, and after that we come from January, a good month for us, and good performance at the beginning of February, and we expect now we are here, we are solid, we have our best players with us. Like we wait for Bonny, for Johnny, and for Pedro 8 months, so we are the main players here, and after that, it was Max, Ruben, and Daniel. So. But this is the things which comes out of our control. The best thing to do is every time be positive, believe in our players, and I believe a lot in them because the way they work, and to try to choose the best players, the best strategy for the next game.
I know you've had to talk about speculation about Ruben Neves' future before quite recently, but that speculation isn't going away. Are you seriously having to plan for the potential of losing him this summer? Are you having to look at other options when you're doing your planning for who you may want to bring in this summer?
Well, in these days, we need to be ready for everything, and especially the club like Wolves. That's the kind of clubs that we cannot lose a big opportunity. And we talk about, I don't know, I said these players, top players and top men like Ruben, is the value of them is 100,000 million, right?
You got up to 140.
Or 100. So for me, it's more than
it would be a real record.
Well, the 160, I think.
So, okay, it's we need to be aware of everything, just not in that position, and what we want. And every time I want to be ready for everything, because everything can happen, just not with Ruben, but any position. And if you want to improve our squad, you need every time to have some players in our radar, the best guys at the best price for us. And we are doing that since the first day. And what I said in, I think it was in the end of February. People, my chairman, my sport director, they already know what we need, and they already know what we need if something happened in any position.
And looking at your form at the moment with your players you've got now, what have you been working on this week to try and get back to winning ways? Where have you been going wrong in the last couple of matches?
Look, I think our team have that since the first days. One thing is when we come from bad games, and we have bad games, and when we finish the game and look for the game, and we don't have nothing to support our game. But we have good games that we didn't score. We are creating chances, we didn't score, and after we give a chance to the opponent, and the opponent score, and they get the 3 points. And first, we need to understand this is that's why it's so hard to compete here in the Premier League, because every opponents, they have good players. If you watch Burnley, they are fighting to remain in the Premier League, and if you look for the strikers, they have two. They come from the bench, and they have more too. So they have quality in front. If you do a mistake with this kind of players, they can score one goal. So, and the opposite, we need to do it the same way. That was a good moment, I think, in the March, where we scored 4 against Watford when you go to Wolverhampton and you play well. But to be honest, in the last games, Newcastle and this one, we controlled the game, we dominate the game, we change a little bit. But after, we need to be more aggressive. We need to create more chances. We need to put more men in the box. We need to shoot from outside. We need to shoot from inside. We need to be more aggressive. And also, what I mean more aggressive is to be there, to create more problems, to create more chances, to see where the gap's there. And I put men. I need to do the movements you should do, the dynamics, the runs, the men inside of the box. So that's why I'm not saying it's just about the strikers. It's the strikers, the wingers, the midfielders, the fullbacks, because I want to be in the higher position in the pitch. And it's not just a problem for a specific player. It's a problem for our team. And we are working hard since the first day. We are working every time in the same way. My way to work is, I know in the end I need to prepare the strategy for the game. But every time I look for the team, what I can improve with my team, and every time I look for the players, the way I can help this guy to improve, to be better, to help me when I choose the team.
I mean, certainly you talked there about needing more goals, and that is the standout figure when you look at the lack of goals. But it's incredible that you're still there challenging potentially for a place in Europe, considering that.
Look, that's why I believe a lot in that, in teamwork. So if we look back what we are doing here, especially our offensive way to play, I think from the back, Jose and the three at the backs, they grow up too much, so we can control now better the game. We cannot spend, and some of the games we spend too much time defending. We cannot be that kind of team. So we need to have more the ball. We need to control more the ball. The work of the midfielders since the first day, they are very good. If I play with 2 or I play with 3. So if I expect Jose to play better with his feet to help us, the team, in the same way I asked for the strikers to be pressured, to be solid, to have the team to don't concede goals, I expect also goals from everywhere. And to be honest, the defenders are doing their job because they have goals, fullbacks have goals, midfielders have goals, and they know strikers and wingers, they know that me, the fans, everyone expect more goals than them, and I'm the first guy to blame because I'm the first guy to work with them, and the challenge is there to improve them, because some of the guys don't have average of goals, just not this season. So previous seasons they don't have. So we need to find the ways to help these guys to be better, because in the end they have 10 years of careers, and it's important to have numbers when we are doing with goals and assistance also.
Just finally for me, I've just been speaking to Raul Jimenez. He's talking about his new protective headgear. He seems happy with it. Are you feeling positive that we could, see even more from him?
I think since the first day when it changed, because it's not about just the protection. The protection, the heavy. It's more the first one. It was more heavy, and it was full head. So the trajectory of the ball sometimes wins difference. This one is lighter, and it's just protect the place you need to be protected. So I feel him better in the training, and I hope he can help him now in the games.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
How you doing? You all right? Can I ask you, the goals, are you not really missing, the mastery of Ruben Neves to unpick teams and create those goals? And if that is the case, is that not a warning to the board about perhaps selling him?
Look, that's why we, in our mind, we can't prepare the best strategy, but every time what we want, the best players inside of the pitch, and that's why I don't have any problem to put anyone, Leander, João or Mook in that position. But if I have everyone available, I will put Ruben. So it's clear, because that's what I did since the first day. And I think that's why I said he can give us a biggest dimension. He can play short. He can find the wingers inside the lines. He can find in space. He can control everything. He have on the first, when you are building up, is doing very well. When offensive pitch is doing very well, it can help us to be better. So I never use that as an excuse, because we went to Tottenham and we won with Hulk on the pitch. But yeah, when you miss some players and also the players that work with us more time. So imagine Bonnie, Pedro and Johnny was 8 months without training, and we are training every day on little things to improve our team. And when I know I have that guys who spend more time with me working, I know they are more solid and we are a team more solid. The other guys are coming and they are learning with time, and the time is now is working and training and to prepare the next game. So it's a main player. It's our first choice for that position. I think just one time it was my decision. He didn't play. I think it was against Southampton. In that game, I choose another player. I think it's João or Leander to play there. He's an important player, but like I said to you, we need to wait for an offer. We don't have nothing. We need to wait for an offer and understand what really happened. It's good for the club, good for the player, and after we need to have a decision. But for me, it's clear. If I want to, if you ask me, if you want to work with Ruben, yes. If you're gonna ask the player, he wants to work with me, for sure he will say yes. But this is football, and we never know what can happen in the next day.
You've had 3 losses in the last 4 games. I mean, really, you probably should have won them all. And when you came off the pitch last week, you said my team keep making the same mistakes. Is it keeping you up at night now? Is it getting to that point?
Okay, that's the thing. When we come before the game, apparently 6 games to go, I never talk about it. Let's go, let's see what's going to happen until the end. But now we have 6 games in 20 days. So I challenge them now. We're in the final curve, the last 100 meters. We see the line in front of us. We need to go to fight for 6th and 7th position that can allow us to play European football. And I challenge them to, because they did before, and we can do it. We can do it again. I'm not saying about the mistakes. What I'm saying that I'm watching this game 2 times for my team. That we are there, we are playing, we have everything under control. They go there, they score on goal, and after we don't have chances to score. If you watch our results since the first day, every time is there. It's 1-1, 1-0, and 2-1. Even when you look for our results, we have winnings and losses, and we don't have too much draw. So that's the kind of things that we draw. Okay, we don't have chance to score there, but we don't lose the game. So I think if it was in the beginning of the season, that's why we need to see also. Every time I come, and I say that because that's my feeling. I come here and I want to win. I want to challenge myself. I want to be better every day. I want to if I don't have Ruben, I look for Hulk, and I see you need to do the same things that Ruben, and I really don't care. I want to play against them, and I don't change my strategy because I don't have 2 or 3 or 4 players like Ruben, and how important is Daniel for us, because we don't have Ruben and Daniel for us, and I want every time to be there. We don't have these players, but let's go. It's another opportunity for us to play our game. And in the end, we cannot forget that. These guys are important players for us. But I want to say one thing. It's when you look for the beginning, and I remember what people said about us, especially for the 3 games. If we will say Wolves will be in the middle of February fighting for Champions League, you're going to be in the middle of, or in the beginning of April, fighting for European League, and in the end you will finish 8th. No one's believe, right? So that's one thing. But now we are here. Let's go for a chance. Let's fight for that. Let's dream about that, and let's continue to work with that, because we are working in the same way. I continue to put the same pressure since the first day. I want more for my players. I'm preparing every time the next game what they could improve, because we have one more month of hard work in front of us.
Okay, so it's Brighton then. You beat them back in December. You know they're going to be well drilled. Every single player knowing his job. Are you a big fan of what Graham Potter has done there with the small budget that he's got?
I think they are in the same page than us. I remember that game. It was a hard game to play, so a balanced game. That's maybe what I'm saying now about my team, losing 1-0. Maybe him was think about that when we play against us. They give us a chance, and we score. I remember it was at the game we don't have too many chances, but I remember it was that game who give us, after that with Chelsea, Man United, give us that confidence maybe we need. For tomorrow, I think we're going to have a great game, because he's doing well. When you look for his teams, every time we have a surprise. Every time. So we watch a lot of games to try to understand what kind of the surprises it can give us, he can bring to us on Saturday. And they want to play with the ball. They want also to dominate the game. And one more time, great manager. He's doing a fantastic job over there. All the credit for him, for the players. I play Brighton a lot of times. I know how tough they are. When I was in Championship, when I was in Premier League, and now me as a manager. So it's going to be another exciting game, and we want to be ready also to play the way we want to play, and to score goals and win the game.
Cheers, bro. Thanks,
Welcome.
Mike?
Hello, Bruno. This is Mike on the Zoom. Sorry, my camera appears to have failed, I'm afraid, but I hope you can hear me.
Yes. You work for radio, right? So you don't need to image.
Historically appropriate, yeah, but probably for the best. Just one quick thought from me, if I can.
Yes.
With the recent results you've had, have you detected at all from the players any sense that they have just lacked a bit of belief in themselves during these games, or is that not something you've seen?
No, the only thing. Look, it's every time you do hard questions, and I think I start every time with the same answer when I'm talking with you, because but it is a good question, because look, that's why we are thinking the team improving, but every time we watch for, okay, now we have good moments and bad moments, but we see these guys are improving. But so it's not just we start here and we're going to finish there. Every time we need to improve. So I don't look just for the last 3 games. I look for, imagine, the last 10 games. So in these 10 games, when you look for the differences, to be in the final third more aggressive. And sometimes it's just strategy of the opponents, how they defend, how they creating problems. We are a team, I think we talk here, and it was the good example. We are not a team to go in the final third and to cross, because how many guys we can play, we put players inside of the box, but how many really guys we have to win the aero duels? Just Raul, after Leander in the second wave come from the midfielders. You can see the fullbacks maybe in the second post. So we need to find a different way to score goals, and sometimes it's more easy than other times. And look, and this is not just about us. Also, is to give credit for the opponents when they know how to defend, how they know to close our spaces, and we don't have chances to attack the space. Also, you need to give credit for them. So the main thing it's how we can help these guys to be better. And sometimes it's hard, because the profile of the players it's different. That what we want is different for the moment also. That's why it's so hard. So it's not just one thing if they believe or not, because if you don't believe, the way we play, the way we play with the ball, the way we control the game against Burnley, and how hard they are to play they hard to press, and we control everything with the ball. But we give them a chance to score, and we didn't.